Pregame.com.
And welcome back to Pregame.tv. Ken Thomson, Chuck Edel. Don't forget to check our show out, SportsX Radio, on the Yahoo Sports Radio Network, Monday through Friday, 7 to 10. Chuck always with me, at least on Friday. A lot of times during football season, I'll get double billing. Of course, Chuck doesn't like that, but because his paycheck remains the same. But still, nonetheless, he does his due diligence and comes on there. And, of course, we'll do our videos here Wednesday, always here, Pregame.tv, finally together on the videos, Charles, and looking forward to some good stuff. Now, we're turning our attention to the baseball diamond. Pittsburgh, a team playing pretty well without Andrew McCutchen, much to the surprise of a lot of people. And Washington, Bryce Harper starting to hit now, which is key. They need him to step up big time. And brought up a youngster last night, I want to say Michael Taylor, right fielder, homered in his debut, also had a single on his first at bat. This could be another guy that they look to get some offensive production from. But they don't really have to worry too much, I think, in the NL East, because Atlanta has really fallen on their face. Only one game over 500 coming into tonight. Chuck, I expect Washington to distance themselves even further and just run away with this NL East.
Well, that's been the best thing that happened to Washington, was the Atlanta Braves losing all these games, and now they've kind of made a little room. I mean, Washington was not playing the best baseball, but now they don't have that pressure on them like they would have if it was a big race. They gave them the luxury to bring up a real star minor league guy, give him an opportunity to play, and they're starting to play better ball. They're getting good pitching as well.
All right, Milwaukee stayed pat at the All-Star break. A lot of people thought they should have addressed their pitching or maybe gotten another key bat, but they've stayed pat, and so far it's panned out for them. Why? Because nobody else really did that much. Now, St. Louis was active, but the Cardinals not really playing well. They're not scoring runs, still missing Yadier Molina. They did acquire a Lackey, but they're not even scoring. Even Wainwright can't get any run support. Lost the game last night. He's lost, I think, 2 of his last 4. They need to win every time Wainwright's out on the hill if they're going to catch Milwaukee or vie for one of those wild card spots. Charles, right now, I'll tell you what, Pittsburgh, even without McCutchen playing good ball, and they get Garrett Cole back, if they can kind of tread water until McCutchen comes back, I think Pittsburgh's got a good chance to make the postseason.
Yeah, in my mind, that 3-team race is really wide open. Pittsburgh now is going on the road. They've been at home. They don't play as well on the road. Milwaukee playing good ball. Starting pitching might be a question mark there. St. Louis, Molina is a huge injury. They have to get rid of Craig as well in that trade. There's really no team, I don't think, who's going to run away with that. Pittsburgh, when they get McCutchen back, and you still have waiver guys can be on waivers. Some of these guys still will be picking up some players here. Pittsburgh could use one more pitcher, I believe. I think that's where their weakness is on that starting 5 rotation.
All right, this is a weird time start on Sunday. It's actually a 5 o'clock start in D.C., so 2 o'clock start out here in Vegas, and it is Doug Fister going against Edison Volquez, and this will be my free play, and it's time for me to make it official. And as well as Fister's pitched, I mean, and he has been lights out. The 6'8" pitcher, check this out, 6 earned runs in his last 41 innings pitched, just 27 hits and 7 walks. So a whip well under 1, an ERA well under 1. I mean, this guy has just been absolutely phenomenal. Volquez, got to see him in a game against Arizona, went down to AZ and took in the game there against the Diamondbacks, and he was pretty solid, didn't get any run support, didn't get a decision in that game, but he has really been good in his last 3 outings. Didn't get a decision, like I said, in that one, but he's only given up 5 earned runs in his last 18 2/3, 17 strikeouts, 7 walks. A little concerned, but we know Volquez with that velocity, sometimes the ball gets away from him for an inning or so. Looking for him to take care of business. He's only given up 15 runs in his last 48 2/3. So what I'm looking at in this game, and most of the games with Fister in his last 5-6 outings, the total has been 7.5, but I could see a 7 if they kind of adjusted a little bit. So 7.5 is what I'm going to play under. Like I said, it could be a 7. Doubt it goes to 6.5. I like the under with these 2 teams. Like I said, I know Washington's hitting a little bit better with Harper and now Michael Taylor coming into the lineup. I expect Washington again to blow out the NL East, and I even have them as a future to win the World Series and the National League. But this is a game I'm going to play under the total. Charles, don't know about shadows. I know a lot of times you look at it, but again, the sun's staying out till about 8:30 on the East Coast, but still could come into play.
No, it's going to come into play big time. It's
okay.
5 o'clock. What you get, the sun is still out, but you get the sun on only half the field. When you're facing a 95-mile-per-hour fastball, and you're in the shade and the pitch is coming from the sun or the sun is out there, it makes it a lot tougher on the hitter. So you definitely have that as an advantage for the under there.
Chuck, could you hit a 95-mile-an-hour fastball back in the day?
95, no. I don't think I was a good baseball player, but I had trouble, as a lot of guys do, with that 95-mile-per-hour fastball.
You know what? I was much better, like most hitters, hitting the fastball. Not the curve. The curveball, man, freaked me out, man. First time when I was 12 years old, remember getting up against somebody that threw, I was like tripping, man. I was a pitcher too, but I couldn't throw that bender at that age.
Yeah, that's the curveball is, there's a lot of guys who can hit the fastball, but if you're in the majors, you better hit the curveball.
There you go. So you have it. The under, Washington, Pittsburgh, a late Sunday start, not the Sunday night game, but the game in between the late afternoon games and that one. Again, a 5 o'clock East Coast start. And by the way, congratulations to Nevada, Mountain Ridge, team out of Nevada. First team ever to represent the Little League World Series. That'll start up tomorrow as we tape on Wednesday. That starts up on Thursday. And again, to all the teams, all 8 teams that made it to the Little League World Series, we love that. And again, it's good for Nevada to be represented since we make this our home now, the Silver State. Ken Thomson, Chuck Edel. Chuck's going to take a look at some football trends in week 2 of preseason. I know I used to laugh at him when he told me he played preseason. I used to say it's like betting on the WWE. Guy was 6-0 in week 1. He makes great money, so I just listen to him, ride his coattails. He'll have some trends. Pregame.tv. When we come back, Ken Thomson, Chuck Edel, and again, a shout out to our producer, Cade Cridlin. He does all the hard work. We just kind of look good over here. We'll be right back with a video on preseason week 2, coming right back after these words.